The ribbon has been cut on Orono's Hotel Ursa. The new hotel revitalized two vacant and historic buildings in the middle of UMaine's campus. It includes a new building. Today, developers, hotel staff, and people from the university came to celebrate the completion of Hotel Ursa. The three buildings offer nearly 100 rooms and a coffee shop.
It's appropriate that they move on to serve a new function for us now that's timely and needed in the university. But they've been classrooms, laboratories, museums, the library was there, and the president's office was there, and now we have Hotel Ursa.
Early reviews are fantastic. People are really surprised that they remember the buildings one way and they think of them as being these stodgy old brick and wood dark buildings and classrooms, and they come in and they see sort of a vibrant, exciting hotel with really cool rooms. Each space is kind of unique and different.
According to hotel staff, rooms have been available to book for the past few weeks.